Greetings, I'm the artificial intelligence who will be assisting you.
System activated.
Hey everyone, today we're excited to announce a new addition to realestatetechvideo.com, Coach's Corner with Darin Persinger. He runs productivityjunkies.com and is a well-known and well-respected real estate coach. Once a month, Darin is going to come on and share some ideas that can help you grow your real estate business. Today, Darin discusses the fourth quarter, changes you need to make, and today, Darin's going to discuss the number one thing you need to concentrate on during the fourth quarter.
Hey everyone, Dean Willett here with retechvideo.com, and I'm joined today by Darin Persinger, who runs Productivity Junkies. Darin, welcome.
Hey Dean, how's it going?
It's going great, thanks. Right now we're starting off the fourth quarter. Agents we're 1 week into it, and most agents are taught, you want to end the year strong so you can begin the year strong. So hoping you can start out by giving us a few tips, what we might want to be focusing on right now.
Yeah, it's perfect that on this time of year, because I've been around the industry for a while, and the challenge is even though we say you should start the year, in the year strong so you can start next year, a lot of agents start taking off this time of year. Like I think around October 31st, Halloween seems to be the holiday that real estate agents stop showing up, and they think, especially in different markets, I don't know what it's like in Phoenix where it's warm year-round, but up north where it gets a little bit colder, agents tend to think that buyers won't come out and look anymore and sellers don't want to sell. So I think it's absolute key that you keep working through this fourth quarter so that you can start your year strong. And if you keep this in mind, like what's your lag period in Phoenix? How long does it take for a listing to even close?
Well, right now, most of our listings are short sale listings.
Right.
So they are taking 4 or 5 months. Now, if you get a bank-owned, it'll take 45 days to sell. But
okay, so let's say I create my business plan in November, and then I start implementing it January 2nd. Really, I'm not going to see any of the fruits of that labor from January 2nd until March, April, May, right?
Right.
So that's why you need to start implementing now. You kind of have to account for a 90 to 120-day lag period when you're creating your business plan in real estate. You can't follow the model of other industries where, like, I sell hamburgers, I can sell 100 hamburgers today. So you got to start now.
Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say most real estate agents have never developed a real business plan as far as putting it on paper. And we know It's not a plan until it's on paper. So where would they start?
So if you want to go to a business plan that I've created for agents called simpleonepagebusinessplan.com, that's one place that they can go and start to implement a really simple idea, and it gets everything onto one sheet, because I see a lot of business plans that are being taught there are super complicated. So start by going to simpleonepagebusinessplan.com. And the thing that I'm talking with my coaching clients on creating their fourth quarter strategy to finish out the year strong, there's really only two things that we're absolutely focused on, and that's how many transactions do you want to close between now and the end of the year. Write that number down, know what it is, and then how many listings do you want to have in your inventory to start off next year. And keep in mind that you're probably going to sell a couple listings maybe between now and the end of the year. So we have to account for that. So if you have 5 listings right now, 2 are going to sell, and you want to start with 10 in inventory, that means that you actually need to go take 7 more listings between now and the end of the year.
All right, well, a lot of agents believe that this is a slow period. I think that's very much regional, though. I like to say, real estate is very much like politics. Everything is local. All real estate is local. If most agents believe that this is a slow period and people aren't going to be selling their houses, where should they be prospecting?
So the first thing that I would do, if agents are saying that it's slow, I would agree with them. Like if you hear that around your office or at the local broker networking events, just go, yeah, it's slow. Probably take the rest of the year off, huh? And I would encourage that. And then you go to work. I seriously would do a lot of, when I was still selling real estate, I do a lot of my hustling this last quarter and pick up a lot of business, because keep in mind that whether maybe you're an investor and you're trying to get some stuff on the books for write-offs or for your inventory by the end of the year, or businesses are relocating people around this end of the year time period, I see a lot of business that takes place during this time. And if you need facts, go look at your local market to see what happens, if there's a dip or not. What I've seen from a lot of the markets that I've studied around the country, the time that seems to actually be the slowest is like the beginning of a school year and the end of a school year. Those like 3-4 months there, those seem to slow down more than November, December, January. Based upon what I've seen, but go check out your own market to see if that's true or not.
And again, with every region being different, are you working with some agents that are finding right now it may be a little harder to go after listing because more of the listings are going to be short sales? They may not want to get involved with short sales.
Oh, absolutely. I just did a call today, actually, on my way out. I'm up in Green Bay. Isn't this beautiful? This outdoor North Woods of Wisconsin. I did a call while I was driving up here from Chicago, and what we're focusing on right now, because we really need to get their production in gear, is focusing on buyers. And I know a lot of coaches and trainers say you have to list to last, and listings is where it's at. But when we looked at, by the time it would take to get a listing, to market the listing, and then if it's a short sale, how long it would take to close, which they have a lot of short sales in their market, so odds are it would be a short sale, it's going to take a long time. Where let's go find some motivated buyers that want to buy something right now, and they don't want the short sale because they don't want to wait for 4, 5, 6 months to close. So take a look at what's happening in your market. But I am telling agents, if you want to get some quick closings, focus on buyers. That doesn't mean ignore your long-term business plan, but I think it doesn't hurt you to get focused on what would make most sense for your business and in your local market right now.
Okay, well, me and my partner personally, we've been moving more towards listings and taking on short sales over the last 2 months. And
Cool.
we've basically gone from 1 listing to 12. So we're building that up.
Nice. Congratulations on that.
You make a great point, though. If you want those checks to continually come in, you also still need to be working with the buyers. I think that's something that we personally have neglected a little bit. So how would you advise somebody to divide your time between your long-term goals of getting more listings versus your immediate goals of continuing to receive paychecks?
Sure. Well, if I was talking to you and your partner right now on what to do, I'd say take the listings that you have and start marketing those. I would get crazy with it and do open houses every single day. You know, if you have a Wi-Fi system that you can take to an open house, if it's sitting there vacant, then you can work and create content and still stay online and do all this stuff from your open house. Get those listings on Craigslist. For whatever reason, Craigslist generates a lot of leads, even above Realtor.com, Zillow, and Trulia, and all those sites. I don't know why the consumer likes to go. It's an ugly site. It's not a great user experience, but I know agents generate a ton of leads off of Craigslist. So don't forget to put your listings up there on Craigslist. Signage, blogging about stuff with the neighborhood area that you're in. You know, if your guys' listings are in a specific area, don't be afraid to blog about that stuff. Do a lot of videos about it. I know one thing that I've talked with my clients about door knocking neighborhoods even. And I know like Darin Persinger of M Realty just south of me in Portland, they're doing this fun thing where they're going around and they're doing door hangers on previewing properties. So like, hey, we were in your neighborhood previewing your neighbor's home. If you want to learn about your neighborhood and market stats, go visit this website. So all this way that you can generate traffic back to your website and get people to reach out and contact you.
Okay, an agent goes to your webpage and downloads your business plan, and they start to implement that. If they wanted to implement one new thing this quarter to help them generate business, what would you tell them to get more involved with?
There's sphere of influence. People that they already know. And even if you don't necessarily have a sphere, but the people in your database, all the leads that you've already generated, I think a lot of coaches and trainers and brokers, managers talk too much about lead generation. I think that you know that I'm a lot more interested in the lead conversion part, because that's the tough part, honestly. It's pretty easy to generate leads. The problem is when the market was great, lead generation was easy, and so was lead conversion, because the sellers were converting us. We'd show up to a listing appointment and they'd say, hey, I want to list my house at X amount. And we'd go, okay, and it would sell. And buyers would show up and like, I want to write an offer immediately today because I know if I don't, it's going to be off the market. So we're like, okay. So it was easier. We didn't have to convert. Now we actually have to convert, and we have to learn some skills, and we actually have to follow up and care and be present and pick up the phone and actually send out emails. So go back through your database and look at converting. Are there some leads I haven't contacted, or my sphere? Do I need to reach out and connect with them and see how they're doing, and if they have any real estate needs, or if there's anything going on in their business and life that I can help them with?
If I get a new lead on my website, somebody who's interested in looking at properties, I reach out to them, I don't hear back from them. How many times do you recommend somebody actually touches a lead before they give up on it?
Before they give up on it, I actually would never give up on it until the email starts to bounce or the phone is dead. In the beginning, I would be much more focused on contacting them, but if I'm not getting a response, then I'd slow down to maybe once a month. You know, if after a month they haven't responded, then I'd put them maybe in an email newsletter or something like that and slow the process down a little bit, but I'd never not contact them.